Hi, my name's Bernard Sheridan. I'm with Impact Zone Golf. I'm the senior staff instructor, and we are located in Naples, Florida. So we would love to have you come down, and we'd love to help you out with your swing. So we're going to do an analysis here today of Lanto Griffin, who won his first event in Houston 2019. On the left is an iron, and on the right is driver. So the first thing that we're going to look at is his takeaway. And I want you to notice what the main driver of his takeaway here is the rotation of his torso, his chest, and his shoulders, which now keeps the club very much in front of him and staying down the target line. So if we were to look at the shaft here of the club, it is pointing at the target line as it moves away. And the club is not starting to get behind his hands. So this is a real nice position. So as he begins to get loaded and load that lead wrist or hinge the lead hand to load the club to the top, his shoulders continue to turn. And once his shoulders stop turning, what I want you to notice is that his arms stop lifting, and there's just a loading of the lead wrist to the very top with the driver. And if we notice with the iron, there's not a lot more loading. He kind of stops short of parallel. With his driver, he starts to load it more to load more energy into that club. So we'll notice that with his iron, he maintains a little bit of knee flex with his right leg. And with his driver, he actually doesn't maintain quite as much knee flex with that right leg. So that's allows him to get a little bit more hip turn by straightening that leg a little bit, which gives him a little bit more power. So, but if with the iron, he's much more compact. So now as he begins down, that first move is going to be a motion towards the target with the lower body. And I want you to notice that that club is maintaining that load. In other words, he has not released that load at all with the iron when the lead arm here is parallel to the ground. Okay? And as we get the lead arm of driver parallel to the ground, we're going to notice that same thing. The club is not unloading or unhinging. Okay? Now at this point, when his lead wrist with the iron, the club is almost parallel to the ground here. Here the club's parallel to the ground. He's coming from the inside, and that lead wrist is very flat. And his hips are square, and his shoulders are square. Now as he starts to rotate those hips to get to impact, he's still maintaining that lag on the left. And the right heel is starting to come off the ground. Now that's happening so that he can really get that weight to his lead leg. Now we're going to notice with driver, as that happens, and he's still coming from the inside here also, as he begins to come in with driver, that lead heel is just starting to roll over now. Okay? And if we go back to iron, we'll see that the shaft now, the face is closing as the club is releasing through impact, and the shaft is pointing right down the target line. He's still maintaining his posture. We're going to see on the right that same thing happen with driver. That shaft just travels right down the target line. Still maintaining posture. Club is released. Now the club comes out on plane. Still maintaining side bend. I want you to notice that both feet are of the back foot, heel is well off the ground by this point. and then the club rehinges and right shoulder or back shoulder gets to the target. And I want you to notice too how both of those shafts are on plane. They're right behind his skull there. And the other thing that you can notice here is, let's zoom in here a little bit, and we'll see that if we look at the foot, all the pressure there is into that lead heel. And we're going to see the same thing with his foot on driver. All the pressure is grounded around that lead heel. That's what allows his hips to clear and for him to get all the way through to a full finish like that and have some forward shaft lean at impact. And if we go back here to impact, it's really tough to see that that pressure is into that heel, but I'm telling you it is. So he can release it and get those hips clear and have some place for his arms to swing. So this is Bernard Sheridan for Impact Zone Golf. We'd love to help you with your game. And if you email me at parbreakers@gmail.com, then I can give you some information as to how I can do an analysis for you of your swing and help you improve. And if you'd like to come down and work with me in person, just give us a call at the number below or go to impactzonegolf.com, and I would love to have the opportunity to work with you in person and help you improve your impact. So until we meet again, remember, it's all about impact, and do your best to keep it in the short grass.